Yo, good morning guys. It is 8:18 a.m. Today's Tuesday. It's a low carb day. I'm gonna show you guys everything I'm eating today to hit these low carbs. The goal is 75 grams of carbs for the day, as well as 245 grams of protein and 65 grams of fat. Gotta double check that. I'm 18 days out from the competition. We are getting lean, we're getting shredded. So this is gonna be my first meal for the day. This is gonna be my breakfast that I have after I do my cardio. Here we have 4 slices of Black Forest ham, 3 extra large eggs, 1 serving of cottage cheese, as well as 1 serving of low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese in there. And just some veggies, so I have some like bell peppers in there and a little bit of tomato. So this is gonna be my lunch. I have 9 ounces of chicken, about half a cup of bell peppers, and 150 grams of calabaza squash. Macros will be on the screen. If you're watching this because you wanna lose weight, let me explain to you how simple weight loss can be. The simplest way I can explain it is weight loss happens when you're eating less calories than your body's burning in a day. It's really that simple. Now it's just a matter of you have 2 factors you can control. You can control how many calories you're burning, and you can control how many calories you're eating. So therefore, weight loss is absolutely under your control. And it's also a skill that you get better at. You learn your body, you learn the foods, you learn how to track. So these are skills. If you're having trouble losing weight, it's because it's a skill issue. You don't know how to burn more calories, or you don't know how to eat less calories. Obviously, we understand dieting is how you control how many calories you're eating in a day, right? If you track your foods and you track your calories, you track your macros, you're gonna get an accurate estimate of how many you're eating. And then from there, as long as you're consistent in your tracking method, you can start slowly manipulating the calories and the macros to make sure that you're constantly making progress and moving the direction you wanna go, right? And that's where weighing yourself every single morning comes in. If you're weighing yourself every morning and tracking your macros, you can see how many calories am I eating and how is my body reacting to these calories that I'm eating. Am I gaining weight off of the calories I'm eating? Then I'm probably eating too many. I probably need to cut it down a little bit. If I'm losing weight and my goal is to lose weight, then great. That means I'm in a deficit. That means I'm burning more calories than I'm eating. The second side of this coin is the exercise, because exercise is how you boost the amount of calories you're burning in a day. Weightlifting within itself is gonna burn a ton of calories, like especially if you're going heavy, you're going high intensity, you're gonna burn a lot of calories, as well as building the muscle is important. Building the muscle actually is gonna increase your metabolism, which is basically what burns the calories throughout the day. So having more muscle is gonna make your body burn more calories, which means you can eat more, right? So it's important to do that strength training and weightlifting. Aside from that, you have cardio. Cardio is like that extra, like the frosting on top, right? Cardio, you increase to help increase your output of how many calories you're burning in a day on a daily basis. Now, when you're on prep, it's a fine line, right? You want to be doing cardio and you want to be burning extra calories, but you can't just overdo it to try to hit a weight goal, because then you eventually get to the point where you start burning muscle. And that's what we're trying to avoid. So this is where you separate somebody who's just trying to lose weight, and a competition prep is not just about losing weight. It's about keeping the shape, especially if you're natural. Trying to keep that muscle within itself is a mission. That's why we're eating so much protein. And then also, you know, the timing of the meals comes into play. How much cardio you're doing, how intense your workouts are, what are you doing for recovery, are you sleeping enough? So all these different components come in to a competition prep or a bodybuilder that wouldn't normally be such a huge deal for someone who's just trying to lose weight. If you are someone who's just getting into this, you're just starting to learn how to track your macros, how to eat healthier, that's why you're watching a low carb video, don't overcomplicate it, because then if you're trying to do too much at the same time, you can get overwhelmed and frustrated. And if you don't have a coach or somebody who's holding you accountable, you're very likely to fall off. The thing that most people tell me is that, hey, I've tried to do dieting before, I've tried hitting the gym, I just can't stay consistent, I burn out, I get frustrated, I get overwhelmed, and I stop, right? So the difference between having a coach and not having a coach is that having a coach, you have somebody, one, that's gonna hold you accountable to make sure you stick to it, and two, is going to help it just feel simpler. Take some of that off of your plate to make it simpler for you to stick to, so it doesn't feel so overwhelming, as well as give you tips and stuff along the way. I'm not trying to sell you guys on coaching, I'm just explaining what the difference is and why most people usually fall off of their diet, because they get frustrated. So that's why I'm saying, try to keep it as simple as possible. Control your variables, how many calories you're burning, how many calories are you eating, and weigh yourself every morning, so that way you can actually physically see how your body is reacting to the amount of calories you're eating and what you're doing. And then it's just a matter of adjusting. So if you're not losing enough weight, you either need to cut down the calories or you need to increase the exercise. Now, personally, dropping the calories is easier than increasing the exercise. However, like I said, there's a fine line. If you're dropping your calories so low, or even just your carbs so low where you have no energy, you're fatigued, you're not being able to push yourself in the gym, you just feel hungry all the time, mentally it's messing with you, then you're going too far. And that's where carb cycling becomes important, right? Doing something like carb cycling so that you can have these refeeds to help you feeling okay. That's a whole other rabbit hole. I just put out a video on carb cycling if you guys want to go watch that. That's the last video I made before this to learn a little more about that. But that can help you in terms of just being able to maintain the diet for longer periods of time. All right, so anyways, I just went on a whole ramble. I don't even remember what I was trying to get to. I think I was just trying to tell you guys that I'm on my way to do cardio right now. I'm here at Alpha Land. I got 800 calories of cardio to do. I've been doing 800 calories 6 times a week for the last 3 weeks now. And before that, it was gradual. We started at 300, 400, 5, 6, 7. Right now we're at 8. We're 3 weeks out from the show. And we probably will bump this up soon next week. For now, we've still been dropping and I've been feeling good. I actually really enjoy my cardio sessions now. One, I've been watching The Boys. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, but I've been watching that while I do cardio, and it's so good that I just get so zoned in. Sometimes I don't even want to get off the treadmill, right? Because that's the only time I take in my day to watch like a TV show or anything. So I enjoy that time that I can watch the show and do my cardio, burn calories, keeping my hands off of the treadmill on an incline. So currently I'm doing an hour in the morning, half an hour after, like post-workout. So it's a pretty high-paced speed, but not super fast. I'm not running or anything, just keeping my heart rate around 110 to 120, keeping my hands off of the machine. Man, I feel great doing it, man. I've really gotten into the flow of it. And the reason I break it up is because, man, I'm about to have to go in on this again. So it's carbs, right? So when you're eating carbs, it turns into glycogen. And glycogen is kind of, you can think of it as like stored energy inside of your muscles. When you work out, you start burning through that glycogen. That glycogen is kind of what helps you get that pump. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel energized. It makes you feel strong. However, if you have enough glycogen, you're probably going to burn that before you start burning or tapping into your fat reserves. So the reason I do my cardio fasted in the morning is because I'm already depleted. I've only had one meal since I hit my last cardio session, and it was a low carb meal, which is my last meal of the day. So those are the only carbs in my system. I come in, I do my cardio fasted, allows me to tap into that fat reserve before I go and have my meals. Then after this cardio session, I'll do an hour now. I'm doing around 540 calories is what I usually burn. And then I'll have 3 meals almost back to back. I have my breakfast, meal 2, and meal 3. And then I'll come back and do my actual workout. Now my workout, I feel good because I have all these carbs, right? I'm able to push, I feel strong. And then once I burn through all those carbs during my weightlifting session, now I can get into my cardio session, which will allow me to again tap into those fat reserves because I already burned through that glycogen. I hope that makes sense. That's kind of how I've been splitting it up. I prefer to do it that way over just doing like an hour and a half of cardio in one go, which can then it's just like you kind of feel like you're overdoing it. At least for me, I start feeling burnt out. And then I just feel like shit the rest of the day. You kind of got to find what works for you, but I'm just sharing with you guys my experience, okay? So I'm at Alpha Line now. I know I've been rambling, but I hope that was useful for some of you. I'm about to go hit this cardio, then have my meal here and get some work done. All right, so I'll check in with you guys in a bit. All right, so I'm back home now, guys. It's 4:00 p.m. About to have meal number 3. So here we have 150 grams of cucumber, about half of a medium tomato, and 6 ounces of lean ground turkey. This is the 93.7 lean ground turkey. And then 1 low carb tortilla. I was actually supposed to have 2, but I ran out. So just 1 today. I'm probably gonna put some hot sauce on this and enjoy that, and then figure out what I'll do for my carbs to finish off later on. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. This is my last meal before the gym. And then we train, come back, have the last meal as well, maybe a little snacking, and fill in the rest of the macros. I got these new earphones. I got these are Skull Candies. I haven't used Skull Candy since I was like a teenager. So they just came in, my old earphones. I was using like some JBL, they're called JBL Vibes, which were amazing. I love them. I was using them for years, but they finally gave out. And I needed some new ones, so I thought I'd try something new and maybe go back to Skull Candy and see what's up with the new Skull Candies. Because I used to use the old wired ones, you know. So, you know, I still haven't really tested them. I was just on a call right now, but I'm rambling. Okay, gonna eat that, and I'll check in with you guys later. Actually, I'll catch you guys at the gym. We're gonna work out. I don't even know what we got today. I'm gonna find out, and then I'll bring you guys with me. So we got a shoulder day today, guys. I'm gonna walk you guys through what I'm doing. I got 6 exercises here. We're doing 2 exercises for each head of the shoulder. We started off with these overhead presses. I love this machine. I've talked about it before. Now, normally I like to start with rear delts first, but the gym was full today, so I didn't really have much of an option. We started off with some front delts, going heavy, going 8 to 10 reps, doing 3 sets. I found recently I've been reducing my sets down, so I realized whenever I give myself a goal to do, for example, 3 sets only, the intensity of each set tends to be higher. Like mentally, it just puts me in a better place to where I just push myself harder during those sets. So every single exercise today, we're doing 3 sets of. I might do 1 to maybe 2 warm-up sets just to get going. But then once I start my first set, it's only 3 sets. Moved on to these rear delt flies. Rows. I've been loving this single hand one. I like going across my body. I just feel like I get a better stretch doing it that way. This has been the #1 thing I've been doing to help grow my rear delts lately. You can see here going across like that. It just gives you a better stretch on that rear delt. So again, 3 sets. On this one though, after my 3rd set, I go ahead and I use both hands at the same time, kind of like a drop set. Drop the weight a little bit and then just control it, come back, squeeze, you know, nice and simple. So just a good way to burn them out. After finishing those rear delts, I move to these lateral raises. You guys, I've been loving this one right here. So what I do is I do them on the bench with a slight incline, very slight incline. And so I'll do the 20 pounds for 10 reps. I'll drop that, immediately grab 10 pounds and do another 10 reps. It's been absolutely killer. I mean, this has been my favorite variation ever for lateral raises. Like the side delts has always been one of my biggest weaknesses. But ever since I started doing this right here, I definitely feel it a lot more. You'll see the pump here in a little bit once I got the pump going. But you know, I've just been loving this exercise. I'm telling you, you only need 3 sets. 3 sets and you're burnt out after this if you do it this way with the drop sets. Okay, so 10 reps and 10 reps with a slight incline, not too much. So that's what I've been doing this time around. I've tried a couple different variations, but I don't really like doing them standing as much. I feel like I get too much momentum sometimes, like I use too much momentum, and so having your back against something takes away that momentum, you know, and allows you to just kind of focus on the muscle. So here, just doing a little bit of posing, a little bit of flexing, just really trying to feel the muscle, trying to squeeze. I've learned a lot, man, throughout the past year with myself, with my training. What are the things that I like, that I don't like? What do I feel? And then not just with that, but with prep overall. Man, look at that tricep right there, bro. My tricep's growing, man. I learned a lot, man, from this last prep last year, and I was able to implement all those things that I learned into this prep this year, and I just feel like I've just been doing so much better. I feel leaner in terms of how far out I am from the show. I feel way stronger this time around. I'm eating more food, and I just feel like my physique is coming together a lot better. I'm not going to come in as deflated as I did last year. So right there, I just finished off my front delts with some front dumbbell raises, again 3 sets, and then moved on to this cable crossover machine, another 3 sets, single arm here with a neutral grip, and then finally finished off with this machine. It's like a lateral raise machine, which I love doing as well. Another 3 sets just to finish off those shoulders. After that, I just did my cardio and called it a day. Hello friends, we're back home now, finished the gym session. I was actually supposed to go grocery shopping after the gym, but I forgot to bring a shirt and my stringer was all sweaty and I wasn't gonna walk around Walmart in a sweaty stringer. So we're home now and I got my last meal here. This is honestly the meal I'm most excited for throughout the day. And I just started having this week, and I don't know why I never thought of doing this before. But here we have a tuna salad, okay? It doesn't look that spectacular on video. Actually, in person, it doesn't look that great either. But let me tell you, 2 cans of tuna, 150 grams of cucumber, 100 grams of tomato, 115 grams of cottage cheese, lime juice, okay? 2 corn tostadas, okay? And some sriracha. And you don't have to cook. That's the best part. It takes like 2 minutes to put this together, and the macros are phenomenal. Those will be up on screen. And it's cold. So there's something about eating a cold meal after the gym when it's hot and humid out here in Houston. It's just fantastic. So I look forward to this all day. I'm excited to eat this. I actually have one more thing I'm having, which is a dessert. I'll show you what that is. I'm having a bowl of sugar-free Jell-O. It's not completely ready yet. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. And that'll be it for today. I did have 2 cheese sticks at some point today as a snack. So, total macros for the day will be up on the screen. You guys, we're eating good. I feel great, even though it's low carb. Yes, it does catch up to me sometimes. I just had a high day, so I still feel good from my last high day. But these low carb days do catch up to you, and I'd say about half of the week I kind of feel like crap, I'm not gonna lie to you. But the other half of the week I feel fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, enjoy my night, go to bed soon. Thank you guys for watching. We're 18 days away. We're almost there, guys. You know, I can't wait to show you guys the final package. I feel like I still have a few more pounds to lose before we're really shredded and ready for the stage. But you guys will see everything, all right? So appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. More heart, more hustle.